911 emergency, police, fire, medical.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Everything about this story is so improbable.
Was there any serious bleeding?
So impossible on paper that I'm lucky to be alive.
29-year-old Drew Robinson is using an extraordinary comeback to change a stigma and save lives.
This is my first time really talking about it. I'm here to tell anyone that mental health battles and disorders do not define who you are as a person. Your mind is your servant and not your master.
Why do you think you survived?
Because I'm supposed to help people. This was a huge sign that I'm supposed to help people get through something that they don't think is winnable. I'm meant to be alive. I'm meant to be alive.
Born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, Drew Robinson grew up the youngest of 3 children.
He used to just get into mischief all the time.
Such a good one. You gonna let him do that?
My mom would be like, stop, you're upsetting your brother, like, you're hurting his feelings. But we used to make him cry all the time.
We did pick on him a lot, but at the same time, he was adamant about proving that he can keep up with us. He was always there wanting to compete.
Hey, boy! Yeah! Go!
Baseball was our lives. I think it brought us together where almost a distraction. My parents, they didn't get along all the time, so all the focus was on us instead of what we're all dealing with.
When he turned 9, his parents divorced.
I think I would take that personal and think it was because of me. Like, is there something wrong with me or something? I can think back to when I was 12 years old playing Little League. I was that kid. Every single time I struck out, I would come in and slam my bat, slam my helmet, cry all the time, because I thought that I had to be perfect in every aspect of my life.
His power and versatility wowed scouts. After graduating high school in 2010, he was drafted in the 4th round by the Texas Rangers and began his journey through the minors.
3-2 pitch, a high fly ball, a home run for Drew Robinson.
What's it like going through the minor leagues?
You're dealing with the pressures of performing and holding on to what you thought baseball was going to be like. I wouldn't allow myself to understand that mistakes are just mistakes. It doesn't define who I was.
Drew takes a called third strike, and he knew it.
Did you have anybody that you could go to and tell how you were really, truly feeling?
I did, but I didn't know it. I thought it was going to be an inconvenience for them.
One of those people was Diana Angelova. She went to high school with Drew, and they started dating after graduation.
I was in college. Drew was playing baseball. It was fast-paced.
She's the most selfless person I've ever met. So anytime there was any little hint of me not being happy, she wanted to help. I pushed myself away from her, but she didn't even budge.
I will never forget this. He said, "I don't know why you like me." And I was so shocked. I was like, "What do you mean you don't know why I like you?"
Drew Robinson leading off the ballgame. That's deep. Back is Laureano. He looks up, and that ball is gone.
By 2016, Drew was in his 7th year in the minors.
I still kind of thought I wasn't that good at baseball. I just had this unrealistic idea of perfection, and I would see the good in everyone else, but I would only see the bad in myself.
The Rangers saw a major leaguer, and in April 2017, he made his big league debut.
Wearing number 18, Drew Robinson.
Holy crap, he did it. He made it to the big leagues. He's a big leaguer.
To see him achieve what he's always worked for was just pure bliss.
Man, that was fun. I just remember the feeling of being on top of the world.
How long did it last?
Until the next day when I got sent down.
During his 8 years with the Rangers organization, Drew appeared in 95 Major League games, batting .204 with 9 home runs. Then, in 2018, he was traded to the St. Louis Cardinals. Just a few months later, another new beginning. Drew proposed to Diana. But the optimism wouldn't last long.
The pressure from yourself is always way higher than the pressure from the organization for you to perform. And that just created this like really high level of stress and anxiety that I didn't really understand at the time.
After playing just 5 games with the Cardinals, he was sent back to the minors and eventually released.
I attempted to do some self-work. I was seeing a therapist in the off-season, and I was reading a lot of self-development books. But again, I took it in the negative way, and that just added another level of self-judgment.
In 2020, Drew signed as a free agent with the San Francisco Giants, but the constant worry about being sent back to the minors consumed him. And then he broke off his engagement to Diana.
I was completely shocked. It was really hard, but at the same time, it was one of those points where I said to myself, I knew I did everything I could possibly do.
Around that time was when I was leaving for spring training. I just really started questioning everything and really coming to a realization that I'm a lot more messed up than I could have even thought of. And it just started weighing on my mind, like, is my life even worth it?
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.